Hi guys, Shabbat Shalom. So today we're going to start out with just welcoming you into my office space. This is Wesley, and just a little more of a personal touch. I'm often in here when I record. I thought I'd just give you a little tour, and then you guys, yesterday I drew out my Kabalah map. So I know I've been talking about Kabalah maps, but I hadn't charted one out in this specific way yet because it just, bam, I just had to wait for it to come through. I knew it was going to come through. I knew it was coming through. I could feel it. I could see it. I could taste it. Yesterday it came through. So I'm going to show you my Kabalah map finally. And wow, it's so exciting. But first, just a little tour. This is my office. I have some really cool art. I have some really cool books. I love this artist. Her name is Eliana Kotliarker. It's like, she's so great, you know? It's so cool. It has this Charles de Gaulle kind of vibe. And then I've got this awesome bookshelf over here. I don't know if you're like me where you just love showing off your books to people. I have my cards here. And, okay, so let me just get right in here and show you guys. This is basically my Kabalah map here. So this is like kind of how I mapped it out. These two columns are the actual chart. I know you can't see it very well. I'm going to show you these two. That there is my map. My handwriting's not so great, but I'm going to read it to you. So let me read you my map. So what's really cool, my boyfriend was like, you're a Kabalah channel, actually. And I'm like, I guess so, because he asked me, he's like, are you proud of yourself? Like, wow, this came through, and oh my goodness, sorry guys. And I'm like, I'm not exactly proud of myself. Like, I'm mostly grateful. And if I'm proud of myself for anything, it's that I have managed to stay well enough and balanced enough in my life that I'm still able to receive the gift of this process. So I've been talking about this for a while. I've been doing the card readings, but I have been feeling like there's a bigger map, and you can do it based on your birth. And I know it's there, but it's not something I could think through. It's something that just had to come. And then after it comes, and I actually look at it kind of more analytically, I'm like, okay, now it makes sense because of this and this and this. That's how the cards came through too, right? It came through, and then when I looked at it after the fact, it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense because it actually follows the exact same format as a tarot, which is based on Kabalah, right? And by the way, someone asked me how they can get the cards. They're not available yet, you guys, but people keep asking me, and so please keep asking. It is my deep desire to make them available. I believe that I received all of this so that I could make it available, and my gift is in receiving and in like channeling in a reading like with you, or teaching and in speaking, right? But like sometimes the practicalities of like how to bring this to the world in a really bigger way, this is part of the attributes that I'm getting to develop. But also collaborating and delegating and getting support is also part of the attributes that I get to develop. And so, yeah, putting that out there. But I am so excited about this Kabalah map. So now you can do a map based on your birth, which will analyze your personality from 12 different parts of your personality, and it'll tell you Kabbalistic influences that are, it'll tell you Kabbalistic principles that are influencing 12 different parts of your personality. And the idea is that this would be kind of like from birth. Now, again, I just always have to reiterate, in Kabalah, we don't take anything as predictive, because we believe that you are ultimately a co-creator with the creator that gets to determine your life based on your actions. But what this is a really powerful process of self-introspection to just help you gain deeper insights into parts of yourself to more move forward into purpose more powerfully. So it's really, really special. It's based on Kabalah. It has astrology influences, traditional Chinese medicine influences, and ultimately it is still all rooted in Kabalah. And so, yeah, the book is under review for publication, so that's why I'm holding off on printing it myself. I have printed it for a few people who've like taken a course with me, and that's another thing. I'm contemplating like how to create a website where you can go in and type this in for yourself and generate your own numbers. This stuff all takes capital, so I'm like really mapping it out clearly, but if anyone wants to support that, and then of course in exchange, like I'll read your map, I'll read your family's map, like whatever kind of guidance or process I can give to you. I really want to see this come into the world, and I want to share it with more people, and I want to do it in a really good way, because I'm not making this stuff up. It's not my process. I really feel a steward of it, and it feels so sacred, and it deserves to be able to be presented really, really well and really, really respectfully. So with that said, you guys, we'll do more of this, but just briefly, my map and your map, therefore, will have the attributes and the different influences on the 12 attributes of your personality. And then I'm going to read you those just so you can kind of get familiar with what that is. And then your map can look like the Tree of Life chart, which was the one on top when I showed you the image. I'm trying to see, I think I have a pamphlet right here. This like Tree of Life. Your map can look like this, or your map can look on top of your body, on your human body. And in addition to that, you're going to get descriptions on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level of each of those 12 personality types. Some of that will come with, questions for introspection or exercises or, journaling or meditation or questions for deeper reflection to help you go deeper. And then you also get a meridian map, which is based on your map. So just like how, they do like EFT, but it's the same for everyone. And so this is a map for you to be able to tap or just hold pressure in a specific order based on your chart, which I've been, testing it out. And it's, these meridians are based on Kabalah, but they're also confirmed by traditional Chinese medicine, because we have, more access to some of that in the literature. So you can get your own. And I'm just so pleased that this is all coming forward. I know there are more and more and more layers that are going to keep coming through, but this is where we're at with it, and I'm so grateful. So the 12 aspects, there are 4 generational attributes to our personality, which are our inspiration patterns, our progress patterns, our guiding light and core truth, and our shadow gift. That's more of a generational thing. And then each of those for me and those within my generation, and generation I'm using as a loose term here, it is specific for each one, how big that generation or that window is, but that's getting a little more detailed. So, I have my inspiration patterns are influenced by the Sphera of Bina, right? And so then I could read that on a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual level, what that means. And so forth for each one. And so then I have 6 individual patterns, personality patterns, abundance pattern, conflict navigation pattern, my driving or outward facing personality patterns, relationship style patterns, communication patterns, my emotional pattern, and then everybody incarnated on earth shares one, which is the overarching incarnation pattern. And then there is a secret personality as well. And then all of that will exist for each of us within a specific world. And it's funny because you see me, I'm sitting here looking at my map, because even though I wrote it, just like how I wrote the book, if I didn't write it all down and explain it to myself and reference it, because I didn't come from me, it came through me. And so that's what we have here. I feel so grateful. I'm going to keep studying this. If you want me to do your map, let me know. I had a special offer for y'all who are in my Patreon. just send me a message. You can message me in the Patreon app. So yeah, this is very cool and very exciting. So the world, yeah, those two things. Anyway, guys, that's what I got for today. And I can do this for anyone. And so here's the idea, is that the birth chart map is going to be your influences kind of coming in. And then the readings are going to create a different kind of Kabalah map. I'm still calling it a Kabalah map for the readings, but that's going to be based on the present moment or on a specific situation. And as always, the concept is that that your soul incarnated into your personal avatar, your personality that has certain strengths and certain weaknesses. You know, you think of it like before we came in, before we incarnated, we're all sitting up there on a cloud. I say that in jest, but just for the example. And we're like, hey guys, you want to go again? Like, let's go for another round. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Okay. Based on your merit, you can choose your avatar. You can't choose any avatar, but based on past life merit, you can choose. I chose Shifra. Shifra has certain strengths and she has certain weaknesses. Life is going to give me opportunities that I will experience as obstacles or challenges specifically designed to help me develop those attributes that need strengthening. When I finally really do develop fully those attributes, or one of them, I embody yet another level to my soul, which makes me have more access to my higher self and more ability to be powerful and be in purpose in this world. So in a way, we get to be grateful for those challenges. So that is the premise. And then I can read my Kabalah map based on my birth, or I can read my Kabalah map based on the moment. One other key element to this that is the story alchemizing process. So once we have our map, we're like, cool, this is affirming, this is clarifying, this is helpful. I like things that are practical and actionable in the world. And that's what the story alchemizing process is. It's a formula. This is why I'm so excited to create these trainings and to make it accessible. It's a formula. It's accessible to anyone. Anyone can be trained in it and do it. Specific things that you ask to make your map now really embodying it more, make it more actionable. So that's what I have for today. Leave me your questions. Let me know what you guys think. I am very excited to just continue to develop this and share it more. I know something is coming. You guys that are in my group, if you have something to share or contribute or offer or reflect, like, I want to be in conversation with y'all. This is a small, intimate group right now. I know I know something's coming and it's going to get bigger, but right now it's us, and this feels really special, and I'm grateful for you all for being here. Shabbat Shalom, you guys. Wow, I didn't even talk about the Omer. We'll get into it. There's so much more, but it's my birthday weekend this weekend, so we're going to go on a little trip out of town. I hope you're having a meaningful Passover, and there's a lot to be said about Passover right now, but may our prayers be heard. Amen. And I'll speak to you guys soon.